Guys, hello, Mitch. Everybody, it's Friday morning, and of course, you probably cannot hear the washer going, because of the noise filter on the computer. But we are doing washing right now, and so we're trying to get laundry started. For those of you who did see the morning video, you would know that. But we're doing washing. Getting that done today. Trying to get ready in the morning so we can get as much of it outside on the line as we can. Take advantage of the hot day to dry the clothes and get them out of here. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Of course, today we are looking forward to having some good conversations. We started talking yesterday about environmental projects, environmental concerns, and that still remains an issue because it seems that even the IPCC scientists, actually independent scientists, are kind of agreeing that the IPCC in some ways is over-exaggerating the problem a little bit. Okay, so what the IPCC, by the way, never seems to include is the fact that all the smoke and particulates from all the wildfires going on in the world and how it is causing a sudden burst of carbon dioxide by burning of trees and forest leaf litter and everything else. We started talking about that yesterday, and then we ended up basically kind of getting sidetracked when we were talking about I had to go to soup kitchen. Went to the soup kitchen, and it was it wasn't really anything I really found exciting at all. It was not compatible with Ed. He could not eat pasta with meat sauce, with marinara sauce. Okay, he can't eat that. It's toxic to him because of his gout, so he couldn't eat that. I could eat it. I did. He can't eat high fructose corn syrup. How you doing, FC? I ended up basically booting both Hamburger and Burger Boy. For those of you who didn't know why, I'll tell you why. For those of you who didn't see the morning show, Burger Boy is an Indian giver. He donates money and then he takes it back. Okay? I don't need that shit. Alright? Hamburger was just starting to get crude, and I didn't need that shit either. So, nobody should eat high fructose corn syrup. Absolutely. I don't even want to eat it. And it doesn't make my own arthritis make me happy either. High fructose corn syrup is in everything. Everything. Even things you would never think. But have it. Have it. I mean, it's in baked goods. It's in cereals. It's in medicine. It's in sodas. It's probably in flavored waters. It's probably in jellies and jams. It's in everything. The Burger Boy donate and do a chargeback? I don't know. I've seen him do it once, twice. I didn't get charged for it, but I saw my donations go up, and then the next day they were down below where they were originally. So that to me indicated that he was the only one who donated, so why the whoop? No one else did it. No one else donated. So who else could be doing this? Find it disgusting. How many times has this happened? I don't know exactly how many times it's happened in the past, FC. I don't know. But the point is, he has done it at least more than once. It's a lot of things that you also have a chance to be a conscious shopper and not buy it. There are plenty of healthy foods that can be bought reasonably. Right, and that's what Ed's finding out from looking at the Mayo Clinic gout and inflammatory arthritis treatments. The funny thing is, we went to CVS, and the pharmacist at CVS said, "There is no over-the-counter treatment for arthritis or for gout. There is nothing. We don't have anything over the counter. It's all prescription only." Yeah, we know why. Because Big Pharma is your buddy, because that's how you make most of your money. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. You two, don't get mad at me. Okay? Practice, we're trying to find a way to get him the medication he needs when he doesn't even have a doctor to write him a script. How you doing? Ray. I don't know, it might be something else, Michelle. Assuming it's him without knowing. And well, let's put it this way. The donation he made, okay, at first we got a spike when the donation came in. And then this morning, the exact dollar for dollar donation that he donated disappeared. Well, that sounds kind of strange to me. That sounds really strange to me. I don't know what's going on, but you know what? FC, listen. I'm trying to find a solution to the problems that are affecting this channel. I don't want this channel to become another Etika type channel where all of a sudden you depend on the donations that come in, and all of a sudden they do chargebacks, and all of a sudden you can't pay your bills, you can't pay your rent, you can't pay for your groceries. I'm trying to keep this channel from going into that dark alley. How you doing? Well, I don't know. Well, I don't even know how YouTube even allows that. I don't even know how YouTube allows it. Skynet's not blocked. He can come on. He can chat with us. He can type with us. But happened to my friend. Happened to Etika more than once. The worst offender was this MCN, this multi-channel network. I basically cleaned him out. And seized all of his assets financially. Yeah, it's going to be hot today. Absolutely. Right now, as I said, that's one reason I started the washing this early this morning. It's actually going to be hotter here than it is in Tampa, Florida. Expected to be today. So, right now I'm doing the washing with the original Tide formula powder, and I gotta make sure that just enough just to get the grunge out. My nightgown was filthy. It doesn't surprise me. My nightcap, which I didn't wear for days or weeks, is filthy with sweat and grunge, and they're just, yeah. I know I'm trying to get Monica to come back, because Monica right now was a major part of the show and a major supporter of the show. And so, I mean, we need Monica. We need another woman's voice on the show. Well, of course, if you were on the West Coast, you'd be lucky if you could take a shower a day. Here on the East Coast, we've been fortunate. We got plenty of rain, but West Coast, not so much. She left because I let Skynet come back, and I let Burger Boy come back. She didn't want them here. She was equally mad at the thought that I was going to try to negotiate with Paul. Well, the negotiations with Paul has ended up in a stalemate, so Paul is not here. So, Burger's blocked because he's being crude, and Burger Boy's blocked because he acted like an Indian giver, giving a donation and then taking it back. Seems not. Paul doesn't like Charlotte either. Charlotte doesn't like Paul either. Because of what Paul has said. And of course, he has said, well, what about what they've said on my channel? Paul, I can't tell you what they're saying on your channel because I haven't watched your channel. But I can tell you one thing. I'm tired of seeing my channel become where I have to basically beat my head against a wall, trying to figure out what one side wants to do and the other side wants to do to me. I thought Burger Boy was a good guy too, until I found out that he was and he even gloated about it. As I heard from other channels, that he would do this to other channels too. He would donate and then take it back because he knew as long as the money is in YouTube's control, he could do a chargeback, and YouTube wouldn't bat an eye, but say, "Okay, here's your money back." If he did anything like my bank, he would have been paying $30 for every single time he does a chargeback. And I got a feeling if he ended up paying $30 every time he did a chargeback, I think he would be going, "No, you know what, this isn't luxury for me. Let's let her have the $2. It doesn't matter. Let her have the $5. It doesn't matter." Yeah, well, we live in an age of very slippery eels these days. YouTube is right now is the money that we're using to help offset the operating expenses. Without YouTube funds, we are in deep guacamole. Okay? We need to keep that in mind. That this channel needs the money for unboxings, for demos, for product reviews, to buy the products. Oh, I'm sure I probably can borrow a product, say if I can maybe go to one company and say, "Yo, company, I'll review your product. Well, you'll have to send me a sample." "Okay, fine. What you want me to send you? The new Mac Mini?" "Sorry, we can't afford to send you that, But you know what? Maybe we can send you our new iPods." I don't need your iPods for review. I hate AirPods. God, they're so stupid. You lose one. It's like, I mean, I guess in a way it could be a good thing. I just don't know. The thing is that I'm just gotta be careful. It's not like I want to be a pain. It's just I just gotta watch my finances. Okay, I mean, this month we only got $61. We are $40. Actually, let's just say $50 because they do charge commission. So we're about $50 short. So we're not going to get the $61 this month. It's going to be added to the next month's balance. Well, I'm addicted to my elf ears, but I don't have them on right now. Yeah. The only other thing is just, of course, now everybody's waiting so much for what's going to happen with the American Family Anti-Poverty Bill. Let me just give you a quick recap. Several moderate Democrats are upset with Nancy Pelosi because she's holding the infrastructure bill hostage until the American Families Plan is passed. Like I told you before, she's doing it and type legislation. The infrastructure bill and the anti-poverty bill must pass. Oh, I'm not bringing either one to the floor. Okay, so you're not going to bring either one to the floor, huh? Well, the moderate Democrats have said, screw you. If that's not the case, you're not going to bring it to the floor, we're not going to vote on either one of them. I can't say that's unreasonable in the sense there's no reason why she can't bring the other bill to the floor since it's already passed the Senate. Craig Sr. says, happy Friday to you, and I hope all is well. I try to send as much as I can to your PayPal when I can, and I don't give up the ship. We'll get out of this hole. I hope so, because I still kind of come up with $65 to do my hair. I mean, I got it in my savings, but it's not really something I can do each month, taking out of my savings. So anyway, there is a couple of people who've suggested some stimulus checks. I'm going to point out two big ones. Josh Hawley has said after he heard Andrew Yang suggest that he should give us $10,000 each per yearly. First of all, if you gave all the American people $10,000, 3.5 stimulus would just be going for stimulus, nothing else. No SSI restoration, no Medicare reform, no Social Security reform. Just going to giving every American person $10,000 US. Reality, not likely. Josh Hawley, I didn't really hear how much how he was going to do this, was proposing giving people $6,000. Based on the income bracket, based on, the lower income people that need the help the most. A little more doable. Right now I can't help if I have to, because unfortunately here is 65. I got to get it done this month. By the end of the month. So I have to take it out of savings. Right now we only got about 85 in the checking right now. That's it. That's all we have left. Yep, I agree with you. But the thing is with the fact is that we only have $61 right now in the YP AdSense. We're not going to get paid this month. They will not cut you a check if there's less than $100. It just rolls over to the next month. No, we were out of food stamps, but they're going to giving us a pandemic boost near the end of the month. Then the last week of the month, they're going to give us another 95. They're going to be giving us another 95. That program is going to continue until September 30th. And after that, bye-bye, Charlie. And you're just going to be getting your 195 or 200. Just a really rough time. When you were talking about before I watched your first 15-minute video, but you were talking in the beginning of this, and I was in the shower, something about $6,000 from the government. Yes, Josh Hawley, a Republican from Missouri, is proposing a $6,000 stimulus check. After Andrew Yang said that everybody should get a $10,000 stimulus check. To be honest, both are highballing, and I don't think it's going to be that much. Although Andrew Yang may be, Josh Howling may be willing to do it realistically if they set the limits to reasonably lower, like 40,000 or less. Ed get mad, and he says, "Well, we shouldn't be giving any money to drug users." I said, "Ed, drug users buy stuff too. The dealers buy stuff. They stimulate the economy, even if it is illegal drugs. It still counts as stimulating the economy. You can't weed out things like that. That's not how it works. I mean, I guess it could, but I don't think they're going to do that. What you should do is find someone that comes to the home, buy the things you need, and sell as beauty and CVS, whatever, and then have them do it for your home and see if it's cheaper." Yeah, he knows that. Oh, he knows it. He's feeling it, baby. He's feeling it. Okay, that's why he had to give up on it. It's causing a gout inflammation. And he's still laid up because he had a setback because he ate high fructose corn syrup, grape jelly, and it laid him up again. Oh no, she'll do it. I don't know if she'll do it at my house. Maybe she would. It's not a problem getting there. Well, she's renting a chair. She's got the resources. Her name is, originally it was Tori. No, it's somebody else. I forgot who it was. Name. I think it's Megan, something like that. Anyway, the point is I have a hair appointment scheduled. The problem is I still need to have the $65 for the appointment, for the hair retouch. So, which means it's going to have to come out of savings because there isn't quite enough in PayPal right now. There's only like 38 in PayPal. Yeah. All right now. Like I said, I'm watching the spikes in the viewership right now. It's frustrating. One point we were up to 16 people, and then we're down again. What gives? Why does the numbers fluctuate so much? I don't know. Oh. Andrew is going to join us today. I don't know if he's going to be on or not. Let's see if there's any messages from the group. Johnny, as a Scorpio, I'm offended. But it turns out your mods are right about Burger and Paul. Yeah. Join me. Okay. So, Michelle, what boils my blood is we're struggling and illegals that come across the border improperly are getting housing money and all of the benefits that we work for. Absolutely. You're 100% right. It is stupid. It is truly stupid that they're getting the stuff that Americans should be having. Especially Americans that have disabilities. Those people should be getting the help they need. Not necessarily some illegal that comes over here from El Salvador or Guatemala or whatever and thinks, oh, okay, here we go. We'll give you $3,000 a month Oh yeah, and we'll give you money for a house or apartment. Oh, and we'll give you a cell phone. Oh, and we'll give you access to lawyers. Oh, and we'll make sure that you have access to medical doctors. Screw that! What about me? I need access to a medical. I can use access to medical treatment. So can Ed. What about us? Oh, you don't count. Just hurry up and die. How you doing, Gothic Drink? Really? That's the way to think about it. And in the UK, they're having their own version of immigration problems, too. But they're dealing with it a lot more responsibly than we are. Michelle, I meant for you to buy the product. My wife does this, and then my daughter puts in her the roots the process. Yeah, I know, but the thing is, again, she's not related to me. Okay, so she's not going to do it for free. Okay, and the point is that she has to use what the company gives her, which is stuff from Matrix. So that's what she's been using. At least she's doing it in the local shop I can get to. Now, but I don't even have the 45. Okay, I don't have that. I see, that's just it. This is the reason why it's so vexing. Because the fact is, the money I need isn't there. And on the 19th, I'm not going to get the money from YouTube. That's going to roll over until next month, which will be September 19th. So which means that I'm not going to get the help I need. I need $50. I'm short $50. Either in YouTube or in PayPal or in Patreon, or Patreon would be good. If you join Patreon, you get a $50 pledge. You can really, really enjoy a lot of fringe benefits for $50 a month pledge. $61.15. Exactly. It is. Let's see if I can pull that up here for you. It might sound like I'm a little bit burbly as I get up the information for you. Right now it is $61.09. $61.09. Originally it was $69. Okay? $61.09 right now in the PayPal or in the YouTube account. $61.09. How are you doing, typically? And you need 100 to cash out, correct? But don't forget they're going to charge you commission. So you're going to have to realize it's going to be close to probably $50, $60 or $55 to meet the requirement for the cash out. Because they take 30% for themselves. So you figure, if you, let me get my calculator on my computer here. Okay, let's see. If you donated $60 or $50, okay, $50, and I multiply it by 0.3 for 30%, that means that they're going to take 15. So that means that's not going to be enough, because that'll be 40, that'll be 35. 35 plus 61 is not 100. So how much would it take? What if you were to do 60? $60 multiply it, but again by 0.3 is 18. Right. Okay. So that means, so what's 60 minus 18? Minus 18. 1, 8. It's 42. So take the 61 plus 42 is 103, which would barely count, which would barely work. So it'd have to be $60. CNA, like, and so I just put money in PayPal. Thanks. I'll look in a little bit, Craig, but thank you very much. Much appreciated. Really, guys, I mean, this is not really making a lot of money. This way is not making a lot of money for me. And please, can someone please join the Patreon page? Monica has left. Charlotte left. I need all the help I can get, guys. I mean, I'm on a fixed income. I'm trying to do the best I can. What little money I need right now is paying for trying to find the food that Ed can eat. We checked out with the Mayo Clinic. We found out what foods he can eat, which we don't have in stock. And unfortunately, I have to keep running trying to find stuff in stores that is compatible with him and his gout. And I'm really running. I'm starting to feel kind of ragged here. I mean, I don't know what to say. I got people that want to donate to the channel. I know they do. I mean, the thing is that I'm so upset because I can't figure out how am I going to make things meet. Now, we all know we're waiting for the stimulus check, but we don't know when that's going to be. Now, Chuck Schumer said he wants to get the bill finished and bring it to vote on it and send it to the House by September 15th. September 15th is a long time away from now. Guys, it is a month away. It is a month away. How can we fix that? You can't. You can't. Because there just isn't enough resources to fix it. Monica was a huge asset to the channel, and I like her very much. Monica, if you're in chat by any chance, do you think you could overlook the disagreement and possibly come back? I miss you. She's no longer watching YouTube. She left for good. She doesn't want to be part of this. She doesn't want to be part of the drama. She doesn't want to be part of the bullshit. She's having some significant problems with the Delta variant right now. I have tried to reach out to her in a private message, and she basically doesn't want to talk to anybody. She certainly doesn't want to talk to me. Remember, Michelle, the hottest day of the year. I know the heat makes it worse for you. It makes it worse for me. In hot weather, I smell like rancid cheese. I can't keep cool in heat like this. And Ed said to me, he said, the thing is that you and I should be in a 55-plus community. Oh, okay, fine. But let's find a 55-plus community. Don't they have any of those in other places that ain't so miserably hot? He said, yeah, but you know what? It's still hot here in Connecticut, too. I said, I know. Please try as Amazon Fresh as foods that you would need. Yeah, but I don't know if they take EBT Snap. I know Walmart does. I know Instacart does. I set both up with my EBT Snap card, but I didn't use it yet because I still got to pay the delivery fee. I don't think there's an Amazon Fresh warehouse nearby. And this way, they deliver right to your home, just making it water of $50 or more, and it's easy. Yeah, I know. They have retirement age only apartment communities right in Connecticut. You wouldn't have to go all the way to Florida. I think he kind of really wants to be in a community where there's access to a swimming pool and things like outdoor activities. I don't particularly blame him for that, but I got to check into this. Monica was going to kind of help us out here, and she basically left, and now we don't know what we're going to do. Of course, we can't afford to move anyway unless we get a stimulus check. And if we did get $6,000, there you go. There's your money. There's your moving truck. There is your down payment on a house or on a mobile home. There is your money for the 55 plus community for the application fee. There you go. There it is. If we even get it. No, we do not. My voucher lapsed years ago, and they won't work with this landlord. I've explained that long ago why. But basically, my landlord basically shot his mouth off and pissed off the inspector, and they won't work with him anymore. And the thing is that right now, we're all trying to figure out what the future is. I don't know what to do. Honestly, I don't know what to do. Because, guys, look, the truth is, even if I did have Section 8, I mean, I need to be in a place that's a lot easier accessibility for me and Ed. That's for knee injuries. Or in this case, his gout, and also his arthritis, and my arthritis, and my knee injury. We need something that's on the ground floor, or we can have a his and her power chair or power scooter or something that we can bring inside. We can't do that here. There's no place to plug them in downstairs. There's no EV charging ports downstairs. So, we were going to originally buy a piece of land, but then he's like, yeah, but and he said, I don't really know if we want to build on land, and trying to get that done with zoning and all this, and blah, 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 blah. And like, I don't know if I want to buy a house in a gated community, 55 plus, and then basically pay a monthly homeowners association fee of $800+ a month. Winstead. Yeah, well, as soon as we find out what happens with the stimulus check, we can plan our next move. We can't do anything until then. Instacart is already set up to go. I just got to go ahead and put an order in an Instacart. $10 delivery charge. Work with Oldies. They work with Stop and Shop. They work with Big Y. They'll deliver from those stores. Yeah. They do have senior living low-income housing, but you have to put your name on a list for it. And it requires, take a while, but I would do that immediately. Yeah, well, unfortunately, Ed really kind of wants to go back to Florida, but I wonder, does he really want to smell rancid cheese every day? I mean, for me, the problem in summer is like I'm like a bubble boy. I'm basically stuck inside an air-conditioned, environmentally controlled place. I can't leave the house for long unless you really want to see the worst come out of me, which comes out of my pores of my body, called sweat. I don't. It's the thing that I think is a real turnoff. I mean, I enjoy going outside. The thing is that if it's so hot that I can't breathe, my asthma starts kicking in, then I'm gonna definitely go like yeah. Any 55 place should have built-in central AC. Yeah, the new ones do. The ones that built-in Winstead do. But the thing is that they're not free. Some of them you have to pay for your own electric and your own gas. And hopefully a pool. Yeah, well, the ones in Winstead do not have a pool. And I want the damn pool. Michelle, there are 55 plus trailer park communities in Winstead. It's Winstead. Winsted. Winsted. Not Winston. So Winsted. Michelle, this money thing is getting really old. Every stream is over. Right, well, see, if it wasn't for the fact just like everybody else in this country, we're all basically running on exhaust fumes because everything's shot up in the price to the point where everything is eating into our savings account. Trust me, we wouldn't be asking money. Okay? I mean, it's the truth. I mean, the whole entire economy is suffering from hyperinflation right now. Absolutely. I didn't start this channel to be poor. I started this channel to at least try to begin to break even. No one expected that the pandemic was going to start a hyperinflationary trend. We were bringing in money. We did have income coming in. We were bringing in about $140 a month. Where the hell did it go? Times changed. No shit. And right now the fact is that I have to help Ed because they took away his $50 in his SSI because he did not manage to tell them that he was paying $400 to my landlord. Now, he filed an appeal, gave them the information, and they still haven't got back to them. Well, we found out that Social Security is so backlogged. With appeals, they can't get back to him. I don't know when he's going to get his $50 back. Typically said, let's see. Alex Jones did. What did Alex Jones do? I'm sorry, I don't have his store, Infowars.com, basically sell water filters and other things. I've thought about starting a store. I got a store. But the problem is that it's $12 a month to expand it beyond a t-shirt and then a hoodie and a mug. I don't have the $12. Please listen to me, Amazon, and get okay. Okay, fine. Call Amazon, give them your EBT card number, and their prices are way lower than Stop and Shop or. Yeah, I can do that. I'm a member of Amazon. I'm not on their Prime package though. Predicted inflation. Yeah, I know we did. So did Glenn Beck. But I know the thing is right now, what's the long-term solution for this problem? I'm not just talking about me. I'm talking about everybody. Let's talk about more generic here. Inflation's going up. They already said that they believe that the cost of living increase for Social Security will be 6.2% at this point. 6.2%. Cost of living increase. Caustic, it is never ending. She wants those little scraps on YouTube and donations, but refuses to help herself. Let's see. You are not right. You are incorrect. I am trying to make a living. Okay. We know that this channel doesn't make a lot of money at all. Originally, I wanted to get a house. Oh, that's not going to happen. And what happens when you start living in one of those places and they say, what's your source of income? Oh, I do YouTube. Well, I'm sorry, you're going to have to cancel your YouTube because if you want to stay in our housing project, you cannot afford to be on any kind of income source other than Social Security, disability. Yeah, right. Like, I'm going to do that. Screw you. We can also sacrifice Bezos and give Gates to the economy. You know what? Those guys are the ones that are planning on probably going to Mars. Good some luck. I don't know. They're just, I think the reason I'm so miserable is because of the temperature, which Gianni pointed out is extremely hot. And it makes me very physically ill. The temperature is really taking its toll on me. Because can't go outside because then I sweat like a waterfall. My knee doesn't let me walk a tremendous amount of distance. I can walk, but it's only so far. And then it hurts like a son of a gun. And there's no places to sit. There's no benches. They took all the benches away because of the homeless population, which doesn't help. Why are the homeless population needing the bench? Because they need a place to sleep. I did look at Winstead, Connecticut. Google Connect corrected me, and all places available. And if you were a trailer park situation, you can get a small pool reasonable. I don't know what kind of small pool you're talking about. The only trailer park in Winstead is on the other side of town. It's not very much of a trailer park. Craig Senior said, Michelle, the only thing I don't buy on Amazon fresh is meat. Meat is way overpriced. Even if the stores, you have to look for bargains. We can't even eat meat. It has to stay away from anything that has purine. Purine is in organ meats like heart, liver, and things like that, and certainly is in red beef. He can't eat meat. He cannot eat red meat. He cannot eat white meat. He cannot. Oh, maybe he can eat some chicken, but that's about it. And a little bit of fish now and then, according to the Mayo Clinic, but that's about all. So he can't eat a lot of meats. If Michelle proved to me that she was actually trying to, I would deeply advise you to call Amazon today and register your EBT card. I don't have to call them. I got a website, which I could certainly check into. No, we don't. Me and Ed do not drive. Ed has a driver's license, but he does not have a vehicle. Right, exactly. We have to stay close to downtown. Now, if I was hoping that if he did get some money that from stimulus, that he could probably try to find a rust bucket somewhere that he could drive to get places done. That's great. But the insurance and the monthly costs are gonna saturate him. He's not gonna have money for the insurance, the title, registration, gasoline, upkeep. I don't know how he's gonna do that. And that's just another thing. We're paying way too much money for this apartment. Just to put it that way. Yeah. That's something I'm going to be doing in my next life. Just accept that. That's my next plan. But I got to finish my term on this earth first before I can worry about going to my next life, which is to find the real Silvermoon, which is part of my life chart. We're gonna, but that's for my next life. Oh, by the way, I got to work on the book. I have to work some more on the chapters. Monica was wondering if I'm still reading the book. I am, but I ended up putting the book aside for a while because of the heat. Yes, we do. And right now, I'll just tell you is that they're working on it. Chuck Schumer says he's hoping to have the Senate bill ready by September 15th, so he can send it to the House. Yeah. Yeah, I know I can finish the book without Monica, but that's not the point. It's like she was helping me review it, critique it, and let me know if there's things I need to add or change to make the book better. You know, it takes longer to do by myself because of my eyesight, but I mean, I've been doing it. Fix the typos and stuff and spelling errors, and that's what I'm working on. So I'm gonna work on it some more. Tomorrow is Saturday. The temperatures are gonna be cooler. Let me get the weather from Siri. What is the weather in Winstead, Connecticut?
It's currently partly cloudy and 28 degrees in Winstead, Connecticut.
Expected high today is 32. Friday, Saturday, 40% chance of rain, high 27, low of 17. Sunday, a low of 26, or high of 26, a low of 14. Monday, same thing, 26, 14. Let's see, let's take a look at the. So next week is going to be a little bit better. And then it starts to get a little warmer again on Tuesday, 27, Wednesday, 27, Thursday, 26, Friday, 28, Saturday, 26, and Sunday will be 26. So it's going to be cooler next Saturday for a few days. Funny that Amy Schumer's dad is in the Senate. I don't know anything about Amy Schumer. I don't even know anything about her. Let's see if anybody's ready to join us on the panel. Nope. 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 Nobody. So, like I said, I don't know who Amy Schumer is. Yeah. Be here. Okay, so I'm just typing a message to the NASQ support group. Yeah, Andrew's at work right now, so yes, he's here. Johnny's here. Charlotte's gone. It's a lonely, lonely time. Just plain sucks. Oh, okay. Well, her dad isn't exactly funny either. His sense of humor is dry, is crispy old autumn leaves. I don't know. Yeah, she left because of the fact that originally we were going to try to work things out with Paul, and she decided that she didn't want to be around Paul because she said Paul's disgusting, which I do agree with her on that. My negotiations with Paul totally went awry. We didn't get anything done. That's why he's still blocked. I can't seem to find a way to get people to realize is that, I made an effort. It's not going to work. Okay, get Paul here. Skynet's here, but he's not on right now because he's usually at night, not in the morning show. So when are we going to have a night show? Well, we might as well talk about that. We're going to have a night show on Discord on Monday. That's the plan. Monday night, Discord. And the reason we're doing it on Discord is because that way YouTube can't demonetize me. Yeah. Or copyright strike me, or just strike me because they want to be mean or whatever. He just basically just kept talking all over me, making excuses, and I said, no, this isn't going to work. He just kept talking over me. Not listening to a word I had to say, not listening to what my concerns were. He really wasn't interested in coming here anyway. So Paul's not going to be here. Burger Boy donates and then takes back his donations. I don't know how he manages to do that. So it makes him look like an Indian giver, and like I said in the video before this one, I don't need that. I don't need people that are fickle like that and can't make a who basically say one thing and then they do another after they give some donation. It's the way the nature is right now in the world. The world is all messed up, okay? It's just messed up. Look around you. The world is gone lawless. The world has gone crazy. The whole world should be committed to a nut house. I'm talking about the overall planet. Look at the world, man. It's crazy. It's sick. It's bipolar. It's schizophrenic. It doesn't make any sense. America is burning. Europe is burning. Africa is burning. China is burning. What's not burning? I have no idea. So we're just trying to hold out best we can. It still sucks. I don't even know how long I'm going to be around YouTube anymore, because YouTube might decide to just make me a greasy stain on their sidewalk and say, get out of here, get out, pack your bags, get out, you're done. Can't do much of that, could I? You never know what YouTube might do. You're only supposed to be able to do a chargeback if you donated to a specific cause and the funds were inappropriate. That's what he does. Yep, that's what he does. He's demonstrated that on other channels. That's how he does it. Financial trolling is too cruel. Exactly. That's what killed Etika. People don't know this. Etika had financial trolls ripping him a new asshole every day. He had his account linked to PayPal, and they took everything out of his PayPal, and every time he would charge back, he'd be slammed with a $40 chargeback fee. Repeatedly. To the point where he was in the hole. On top of that, his multi-channel network wanted basically huge chunks of his money. He was at 500, 600,000 subscribers. It was so bad he couldn't even pay his rent. His landlord already was starting evictions. He was living in Manhattan, for Christ's sakes. You can visualize how expensive that is. He had mental illness. He was struggling. He couldn't even get the mental illness care he needed. Finally, just out of frustration, he just gave up. So yes, financial trolling is cruel. It's not a joke. It never was a joke. It never was a joke. You mess with someone's bank account and their livelihood. Absolutely. And you think for those people who subscribe to YouTube Red or YouTube Premium, whatever you call it, you think we make a lot of money on that? No, we don't, actually. But then again, I understand people don't want to get slammed with ads either. I get it. So for people like me, the only thing we can do is just try to hold on as best we can. It's sad. It just is so sad. I mean, the fact is that we are struggling in a really tough time financially right now, globally. Not just the United States. Not just Winston, not just Torrance, and not just me. The whole world. And I know that there are people that cannot donate because they cannot find the funds. I get it. But to donate and then demand a charge back is mean. And he wasn't even charging that much. It was like $2. And he goes back and demands a charge back on $2 friggin' bucks. You figure that one out. Every day I put in my best foot forward on this channel. I work hard to try to come up with good content. Right now, besides I'm trying to take care of Ed and his gout inflammation, and trying to take care of the house, because I'm also a housewife, and trying to keep the house from basically becoming a giant pigsty, which is because it just generally does, because the cat and everything that's kind of get deferred because of my knees, I have to take care of all that stuff too. All I know what you say is, why don't you hire Mary maids? Right, with what? I can't afford to hire a maid. How am I going to pay that? Can't. So, Just trying to make sure we don't make a mess in the first place. So it's just frustrating. So, like everybody else, we're just trying to hold on. And then, of course, like I said, we got the personal infighting going on the channel regarding people that basically are mad because I basically wanted to try to make peace with another side of the team that basically doesn't want to make peace. And basically, I realized I had no choice but to simply say, I'm sorry, but Paul, but you're person non grata at this point. But guess what? Charlotte still walks away. Monica still walks away. The two people that I could talk to, Monica, I would talk to off phone, in private. And now she won't talk to me. Charlotte, I can't necessarily talk to on phone because I can't afford to pay long distance calls. And she is basically walked away from me too. Until you apply for subsidized rent and get up the waiting list, please stop complaining. FC, give it a rest. Please. I'm asking you nicely. Give it a rest. I am an independent person. I used to doing things my own way. Ed needs to be able to be an independent person too and do things his way. The problem is that means that we sometimes, in normal circumstances, if we got the stimulus check, that's exactly what we would be doing. We'd be working on our own, getting the money together, getting out of here. See, as far as I understand, you haven't donated much lately. That's all I'm going to say. You're not happy. The fact is, I'm trying to become financially independent. Rather, you want me to be stuck more in the system, deeper down into the system, but which I have to admit that unfortunately at my age, I cannot physically keep doing the things I used to do because my legs will not tolerate it. But at the same time, you want me to be stuck in the system that doesn't care, the system that you want doesn't care. They grind you up and spit out the bloody pieces. If Social Security gave a damn, they would have been giving us 125% of the federal property line, no questions asked. Instead, they don't do that. And why is it the SSI program benefits are still stuck on the same numbers from 1989? Now, I'm not on SSI, but I'm on SSD. But I used to be on SSI. And SSD is concurrent claims. You tell me why they think you can live in an apartment for $794 a month. You can't. You got to pay your electric. You got to pay your gas. You got to pay your phone. You got to pay your groceries. Now, how are you going to live on $794 a month? You can't. If you only get SSI, you're screwed. That's one of the reasons why so many senators want to do the SSI Restoration Act. A charge of scenery would do good. I agree. I would like to get a change of pace around here. I agree. Well, if they give me enough money for the moving truck, if Josh Hawley really does manage to come up with something close to $6,000, or if it's $1,200 recurring, which might be a possibility. Might doesn't say is. Okay, it's just proposals at this point. Don't get me started. I'm on SSD. Classic, she uses the excuse that doesn't want to take the help yet. She takes all the other help that has been on the rent assistance before until my landlord shut his mouth off and basically got us all thrown off the program. Yes. No. Assisted living facility, he might be eligible for that. But it would have to be placed again like a 55 plus community where you can get your medical assistance you need, still get your own little home. It can come in, caregivers can come in. Medicare, if they'll pay for that, that'd be fine. But you know what the thing is? Well, anyway, the point is that we have to wait for the stimulus checks to come in. We have to wait for the numbers to come in. We have to wait for what they tell us. Chuck Schumer doesn't think it's going to be ready by September 15th for the vote. So for now, we just have to hold on for dear life and hope that we can get things done. One of the things that my father and my mother told me was, you're better than that. Like what Skunky was talking about. You're better than that. You're smart. Use your brains. Do something with your life. Which I'm trying to do with YouTube. Which I know is a, pretty low chance of success. But yeah, we're trying anyway. Well, let's put it this way, FC. Are you in any subsidized housing? I don't think so. You ever been on subsidized housing? I have. Do you think it's so great? Go check it out yourself. It's not. It's a panacea. I agree with that. Unless you really seriously go viral, then maybe you can become successful and become your solitary source of income. But I don't think that's going to happen. Does she have access to a pool? Does she have access to outdoor activities? Does she have outdoor what kind of activities does she got? Does she have central air conditioning? Is it paid for with the rent? Not that necessarily 55 plus communities are paid for the air conditioning either. But the thing is what did she get for that money? Yeah, well, the one place in Winston does have AC but no pool. So you're still gonna basically have me be stuck, a Bubba girl, sitting inside an apartment in the summertime, basically sweating my ass off because I can't go into the water because there is no water. Okay, that's really the benefit, huh? You think I enjoy being stuck in four walls? You think after this pandemic that I basically still enjoy being stuck within four walls every day? No. It's not. First month, last month, plus security, plus a moving truck, plus application fee. Holy crap, how much money is that going to cost me? You know, don't forget, I have to hire people to physically pick up the crap and put it into a truck. You keep forgetting that. FC, please, stop. I'm asking you nicely. I will just promptly ignore you. I'm tired of talking to you about it. Winston isn't fancy, but it is mostly safe. Correct. Small rural town with maybe a few road crackheads, or again, correct, and alcoholics too. And there is a elderly complex, but you have to pay for your own electric and your own air conditioning. And another one, if you're eligible for it, which I am not really, because I'm a little bit over the top. That does not, again, have a lot of opportunities because it's pretty much full. Right now, people are trying to find apartments. I'm not the only one. Until the rents come down significantly, there's no way I can seriously even begin to look into moving. Well, and we were doing good for those years, except now we fell behind because of the stupid pandemic shot everything through the fucking roof. Skunk game, I don't even know why people would want to spend that much on a house anyway. I mean, $9,000 a month is kind of a bit much. Catherine says, I understand where you're coming from, FC. It does sound discouraging. I was actually going to offer to help shop for apartments because I enjoy helping friends, new places to search for me. Right now, the problem is there is no money to pay for a security deposit. First month's, last month's, plus the application fee. Credit check. Our credit score is not good enough. They won't rent to us. Okay? Right now, Ed's not sure if he wants to go into a 55 plus community and buy a house or rent a house in a 55 plus community or what. I don't know either. Big Senior, Michelle, you're driving yourself nuts. You know the opportunities. You just must take advantage of them, even if you need to go and speak to a social worker and explain your situation. Yeah, well, I don't mind doing that. But I'll tell you one thing, Craig, is Ed wants to go back to Florida. Okay, he's already said that. He wants to go back to Florida. But he wants me to go with him. The problem is that that means that we would have to find a place in Florida that is suitable for both of us, that's got a ground floor, ideally, with a swimming pool. Because otherwise, I'll be stuck in the house all day long, every day. Not even really able to leave the house very long. You and Ed could get a 2-bedroom place for under $2,000 a month. Yes, I know. I agree with you. You can get a mortgage for that. Absolutely. You can get a house on a mortgage for under $2,000 a month in your mortgage, insurance, and taxes. 100%. Especially in Florida. And that's what we were thinking about doing. But we don't have right now the money. Because we're just making a head in the mouth right now. Well, we want to go together, but the problem is like I said, is it's just I don't know what the future is. I'm not trying to rush into something. I don't want to do something stupid, and then basically wonder why I'm sitting out there in a homeless park, living in a tent. That's what I don't want to do. I'm trying to plan this ahead accordingly. Excuse me, Skunk Ape, I can't afford to hire a social worker. They're expensive. They're hard to find. Case management is not free. Yes, right now, but he's still paying $400 a month to my rent to my landlord. So he's not exactly living it easy. He's laid up in bed in gout pain. It's not exactly living it easy. Right, I know. We were talking about negotiating, but we both kind of came up with the same thing. We need to find a place that we can afford. I said I would consider going to Florida, but I wanted to buy a house. Well, he said, what about a 55 plus community? I did see one I liked. I said, maybe. But then to find out the homeowners association fee of some of these places is very high. Plus, that's your mortgage. And you get this feeling that maybe you should just rent a house in these places. For about, or you can find an inexpensive piece of land and then build your own housing of your dreams. We talked about that too. Oh, I'm sorry, but I looked in the yellow pages. I didn't see social workers. So where do you get them? How do you find them? What offers do you call? Yeah, I know, but you can buy it. You can easily just like he originally wanted to do was to buy a trailer and put it on a piece of land, which I thought was a nice idea. But when then the reality kicks in is, well, we're gonna need a well. You're gonna need drinking water. You're gonna need, he wants to live on the grid. He's gonna need electricity. He's gonna have to have the power company put a pole in and put a meter in and all this. Have the gas company bring propane cylinders to your building because, they don't have natural gas in most of Florida. There are lots of lovely houses sitting empty in northern Connecticut. Yes, I know. But he doesn't want to buy one in Connecticut. See, again, he's a Taurus. He's stubborn that way. He's like, I want to go back to Florida. You know, Florida is the greatest thing. Blah 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 blah. Because one's really summer and really hot, and then it's not so great. And it's like, and then it makes my eyes roll. Oh, so fine. So what do you want to do? You want to move to Florida in the wintertime, come back to Connecticut in the summertime? What are you going to live in Connecticut in the summertime? What are you going to do? Keep an apartment here? Go to Florida in the wintertime? Come back to Connecticut in the summertime? I don't know if we can afford that. But you're right. There was a nice house. I found one for $160,000. It had a separate building. It had a she shed. It was a one bedroom and basically a little mother-in-law cottage in the back that you could have used as a completely separate bedroom. Right, exactly. We sell that. The thing is I don't know what he wants to do. Absolutely. You're absolutely right. Which frustrates me too. Frustrates him. Alright, guys. I don't know if we're going to Soup Kitchen or not. I'm going to ask Ed if he really wants me to go to Soup Kitchen. I don't know what he can eat. I got whole grain bread. I could give him whole grain bread. I don't know if he wants me to go get something at the Soup Kitchen and bring it back here or not. We got several takeout lunches that are all which I can eat because they're pasta with meat sauce, but he can't. I don't know what his plans are. There's a number in the back of the card. It's only for the credit. It's only for the card services, though. We have the local DSS office number, which he's not even sure if he should even bother apply for food stamps in Connecticut or if he should apply for food stamps in Florida. He doesn't know what he wants to do. Whether we should go together, go separately. He doesn't know yet. I don't know yet. Yeah, they do. I got 4 salads for him. He just has to pick out the tomatoes and the onions. Right, I know. Right, he has to move. He doesn't know if he wants to play in Connecticut because then he's going to have to reapply again in Florida. And that's the problem. So, he's not sure what to do. The problem is that we need to get a written letter from our landlord proving that he's paying $400 a month rent, which I probably can get Jimmy to write the letter. He just has to sign it, and then I can go ahead and send it to DSS because I can type it and then he can sign it. But we don't know what the plans are with that either because Ed's so fickle. He keeps changing his mind. Well, I don't know. So you guys understand now why I'm frustrated between the heat and the bugs and Ed and I and then of course the in-channel infighting over a couple people. I mean, I really wish that the people that I really miss talking to would just come back here and talk to me. I mean, you shouldn't be mad at me. Okay, so you don't like so and so. You don't like this person. That's fine. But that doesn't mean you should stop talking to me. I didn't do anything wrong yet. I said, yeah, because unfortunately Paul doesn't want to come here. So therefore there is no yet. He's still not able to be on the show yet. If you can afford to be snowbirds, My home paid off. Well, my taxes are just $7,800 a year. Then that's typical for me. Right, I agree with you. Can't do that. We can't afford to do it that way. Two housings, two different states. Sounds like an all or nothing proposition. I said to Ed, I said, look, they're offering good deals in Kansas. Well, I don't know anything about Kansas. Well, I don't know much about Kansas either, but they're offering incentives also for Missouri. If you want to move to Missouri and start a home-based business in Missouri, they actually will give you incentives to move to some towns in Missouri. Well, I don't want to move to Missouri. I don't know who that is. If you apply for well, right now I don't. Right now I'm in no condition to talk about moving anywhere right now. It's all up in the air. That's all I can tell you. It's all up in the air. I don't know what the plans are. I don't know what the future is. I don't know what my future is. I can't even get to $250,000 for a service to fix my leg. I can't even get the money for that. I mean, if I can get to $250,000 for a service, fix my leg, and maybe do something with my right kneecap, which is starting to show arthritis, then I would have been fine. But you know what? I ain't got the money for that. So right now, I gotta get ready to go. So, guys, for those of you who want to know about the stimulus check one more time, the short and skinny is right now there is nothing being voted on at this moment. It's a lot of propositions being entered onto the floor, but nothing's been voted on. Chuck Schumer is hoping he's going to have the American Families Plan ready by September 15th to go to the House. That's all I know. I don't know any more than that. I can't tell you anything good or bad. Josh Howling suggested paying people $6,000, and Andrew Yang suggested that he could afford to pay everybody $10,000 one-time payment on the $3.5 trillion plan. I don't know if he seriously wants to give everybody $10,000, but again, you never know. That's all I can tell you. So I'm sorry I'm a wet blanket. I gotta wash the rest of the laundry. I gotta hang it up on the line. I gotta go get the food at the soup kitchen. If Ed wants me to get anything at the soup kitchen, I'm just in a bowel mood. It's can't talk common sense to Monica. I can't talk to Charlotte. Neither one will talk to me. I can't, and I don't know what to do right now. And as far as the channel politics go, I don't know what to do either. Because the truth is, I tried to make peace, and I instead end up basically making a mess of everything. Right now, I have enough things to fry at this point, I'm saying. Okay? I have a lot of things in my mind, which has nothing to do strictly with moving. Mind you. Then they stopped. Right. Well, I don't sell drugs. I sell YouTube. Well, my guys, look, seriously, I have enough things on my plate. I really do. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm a negative Nancy, but I'm just not having a good day right now. I'm just not having a good go at it at all. I can't talk to Monica, she won't talk to me. I can't talk to Charlotte, she won't talk to me. Um, Everybody understands I'm upset. Everybody gets it. But the two women will not talk to me. Well, that's just what YouTube was supposed to have been, was a small business. With retail and a website and a web store. Oh, that's not working quite as well as it could. Maybe I could start a small business on Amazon. I don't know. Alright, guys. Look, I'm going to go. Alright? Comment with me in the comment section, and please do put a like in the like jar. I know this is not a positive show, but it's not a worse show either. It's just frustrating. Because the people I really need to talk to are not talking to me. That's all I can tell you. Despite my best interests and my best efforts to reach out to them, they're not talking to me. So for now, I'm going to let you go. Stay out of trouble. Be safe. Keep cool. All right? Bye-bye for now. Oh, before you go, one more thing. FC, if you ever understood what Michelle's feeling, how the system has let her down repeatedly, over and over again, you would realize why she doesn't trust subsidized housing. Okay? That's all I'm going to tell you. The system has let people like Michelle down repeatedly. Section 8 let Michelle down. Because her landlord shut his mouth off, and now she lost out of that. She can get another permanent Section 8, but she has to move first. She still has, technically, is a good standing with Section 8. But you know what? I digress. You don't understand. Michelle really, really loves everybody. Well, she wants to try to be self-sufficient. Thank you very much, Gothic. Much appreciated. It's so easy to keep saying subsidized housing. But if you've ever seen what subsidized housing in some cases is, it's not. It's always such a great thing. Just leave it at that. Look at the projects. Look at the PJs. They're now better. That's subsidized housing. Urban environment. They're not necessarily great. Though maybe Winstead's not that bad. But the point is, it's a rat's trap. It's a rat trap. It's like a roach motel. You can check in, but more than likely you're not going to check out. Even if you could get yourself better life. Michelle doesn't want to get stuck into that kind of a trap. And that's what I can tell you right now is I agree with Michelle on some things, but I also agree with Michelle. You need to find something better than this. Yes, I know. We're trying to. Michelle and Ed are talking about it. So, the system let Michelle down. She doesn't want to be involved with a system that basically stabs her in the back repeatedly. Okay? So, thank you for watching, guys. Have a nice day. Thanks for the donation. Gothic Drink Combos. I'll see you guys tomorrow. It's a Saturday. And also, don't forget that Sunday night, 7 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time, is Silvermoon Radio AM 1610. And also, on Monday night, 7 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time, will be on Discord again. Will be the night show that everybody talked about, that we ended up having to postpone because it was too hot. We're going to give it a try on Discord. Open microphones, everybody. You'll only be able to have like 25 people there because of the way YouTube works, unless we have it as an audio-only stream. In that case, we can have multiple microphones open. That's what we're going to do. So that's going to be a Monday and night at 7 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. Right. Thanks, Lou. Yeah, you're welcome. And then we got to finish washing the rest of our laundry. And that's what we're going to do now. Exactly. All right, guys. Bye-bye.